Hi there. Welcome to another episode of Buying Property from Auction. So in this one, somebody asked me to analyze one of these things, which is an auction, which is tomorrow in Auction House, London, lot number 15. So today we are looking at this flat, which is a short leasehold flat. And you can even see here like how this one is. So it's basically laid out as 2-bedroom flat. You can even see some pictures here. Of course, this rundown needs all of those old carpet, old pattern of kitchen and all. You can see it here. So of course need a full refurbishment. There's some sign of mold. Perhaps they haven't got any ventilation as well here. So I mean, when there is a short leasehold property, if you look at it, the number of year of left unexpired terms, if you see here, 99 years from 14th of October 1955, thus approximately 32 years left, which is virtually like a hasty type of tenancies left because not many years here. But of course, you can always extend this lease. So it doesn't mean that, after 32 years, you have to give back to the freehold owner. And whenever this kind of short leasehold property comes, the first thing you look at it, whether this Section 42 notice has been served. Of course, there's a specific way of like how to serve and how to assign this right of assignment. But maybe we can discuss that in some other video. But what it means is like basically you will be able to get the right of assignment straight away from the buyer. Rather than you have to wait, because normally under Lease Reform Act 1993, one has to wait for 2 years. After 2 years of ownership of the property, then only you get a right of extension. Whereas if the Section 42 notice has been served, their intention is that they are prepared to pass that right of extension to you. There's a specific procedure that you have to follow, of course. So assuming that yes, that there is a right, so which means you have option of extending. So of course, this is a guide price, only 130,000. It doesn't mean that this will go for this price, but this is something shows like where the owner's expectations are. This could be like 10%, 20% pluses minus, in my view. It should not be very much far away. Of course, in my view, the property price depends, like it's condition wise not great, but let's say once done up with extended lease, probably would be worth around 300 to 340 or something. So now what we need to look at is like what it would be then worth if it is only 32 years. Of course, normally what we do is we have a surveying practice as well. We also help clients out. If you need us to analyze any property like this before going to the auction or before bidding for such property, you can always approach us. And also if you have any other property lots that you're looking to buy, you can also leave that in a comment section well in advance, so that if you like us to prepare a video, we'll be more than happy to analyze any particular lot and give you some brief about the property lot and what you should be looking at. But let's talk about this one. So now, since it's only 32 years left, so of course you can imagine, so if the whole property with extended lease will be worth like 300 to 340, certainly 32 years of unexpired terms will not be worth that much. Hence, the price looks like something close to 130. So of course, the first thing you should be always doing it, if you know how to calculate the lease extension premium, you can do that. Also, you can approach some surveyor companies like ourselves. We have a global property consulting who deals with this. And then you can work out, where you stand in terms of the premium and lease extension. One quick thing which I will say, normally whenever you extend a lease, there is something called marriage value, and the lease is less than 80 years unexpired. So that what happens, what that means is the value of upliftment that you're getting into by extending the lease, you split half profit with the freehold owner, which means, at least in other words, whatever you are extending, at least you are able to retain 50% benefit out of that lease extension. So certainly it's worth always, to extend the lease, assuming rest of the things remains the same, and you're not really paying too much on the initial value. And also there's one more important thing is, many times the surveyors, while doing the negotiation, also try to use this as evidence for short leasehold property value. But then again, important thing is, whenever you buy such property, always take a picture of how the condition of the property was, how you bought. If you bought from auction room, of course certainly there will be an argument one can put forward saying, of course this was a distress sale and property condition wasn't good, and so on. So of course one is that, and secondly you need to see whether there is any covenant which in the lease that restrict you from anything. Also whether there is any alteration has been done for which any permission was granted or unauthorized work was carried out and all. So these are the few things that you need to be aware. And of course, you go through all the legal pack, see what the charges are, if there's outstanding service charge and ground rent, etc. You need to ensure before you purchase they are all paid off. There's no outstanding going forward and such other bits and pieces. So that's all for now. Basically, if you have any property lot that you want us to analyze, leave them in a comment section below, and we'll be more than happy to cover them in our next video.